So just play a C7 chord with a sharp 5 in between. So this is C7 sharp 5, right? We're just taking out the root and just playing block chords. And then C7 sharp 9. What a great sound. Listen to that again. The challenge with the sixth diminished scale and block chords over a melody is that it shouldn't be used all the time. If you use it all the time, it gets overused and your playing sounds kind of bland. So in this video, we're going to talk about two things. One, when not to use the sixth diminished scale when playing melodies. And two, 2 minor 7 to 5/7 chords in succession and how to make them absolutely sound amazing and blow the doors off. So by the time you get done this video, you'll know these things for sure and how to put them into practice. We are working on the tune, You Don't Know What Love Is. Let's listen to the section that we're going to learn, and it applies both of these concepts. Let's listen. And I'll show you where I want you to listen specifically. So there's our sixth diminished scale. Now here's when not to use it. Right here. Here's the successive 2 5s. Let's listen to that again. So we started off by reharmonizing the melody here. It just comes right out of the F minor scale, but you can't use the sixth diminished scale there, and I'll show you why in a moment. And then it does these successive 2 5s, which is the coolest sound ever. How do we get that sound? As always, I've written it out using sheet music. It's a lot easier to do it this way than to just talk it through. But by the time you get done this video, you'll understand exactly how it works. So let's take a look at the melody that starts here on the G. We're just going to tackle that one bar. Now, why can't you use the sixth diminished scale? It's because you've already got diminished chords. So if you put diminished chords up against diminished chords, you get something that sounds like this. It's just too much. So you really want to just take the diminished chords out of there, delete the sixth diminished scale from your mind for a second, because we've got already half diminished seventh chords leading to dominant seventh with diminished chords. So you can't use every other chord as diminished. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to play the G half diminished seventh chord. And then this chord, which is still a G half diminished seventh chord, right? It's this by adding an 11. Okay? And then all we're doing is we're taking out the third and putting it in the melody up here. So it's a G minor 7 flat 5 with an 11. So G half diminished seventh at 11. So that's what you do. You basically play chords, but just voiced differently and in a different inversion. So if we played it in root position, it would be this. Doesn't sound nearly as nice as this, where we've got thirds in the right hand. And then we're getting to the C7 chord with a flat 9. And so what we want to do is we want to emanate the melody with the left hand. So we're just playing octaves. We're working on this note right here, where we've got now this melody. So just play a C7 chord with a sharp 5 in between. So this is C7 sharp 5, right? We're just taking out the root and just playing block chords. And then C7 sharp 9. What a great sound. Listen to that again. You're still playing more chords than just the melody, because a lot of people would play it like this. I mean, that's okay, but listen to this. So now we're leading to this F minor 11th chord. The reason why that one sounds great, and of course we're talking about this chord right here, where it's built-in fourths. So this is all fourths and melody note. And then we're into successive 2 minor 7 5 7 chords. And just before we go any further, I would like to encourage you, if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up. It really helps this video and the channel when you do that. And if you haven't yet subscribed to Jazz Mental here on YouTube, we have well over 400 advanced piano tutorials for pretty much everything from chords to soloing to understanding harmony. So I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and just hit the little bell when you do, and we'll notify you of the upcoming videos that we're making. We're doing 1 or 2 a week at the moment. Let's just write that. So this is 2 minor 7 to 5 7 of E flat, and this is 2 minor 7 5 7 of D flat. When you have successive chords like that that kind of move through the cycle of fifths, because 5 above E flat is B flat. So this is really just cycle of fifths, except it's consistent 2 minor 7 to 5 7 chords. So try this next time you see that. It's not melody, you're just adding melody notes. They're like passing chords. And then go all the way down here. Listen to this chord. Now the reason why that works is because it's a B flat with a sharp 11. You've got this sharp 11 note right in the top note here. Listen to that sound. And then it does the same thing with E flat minor. So you're playing the same progression just in successive 2 5s. And then when you put both of those together, you've got the G half diminished 7th to C7. Then our successive 2 5s. So there may be better sounds, but this is a good one. So I would really highly encourage you to check that out in You Don't Know What Love Is and apply it not just to that tune, but to other tunes as well. Let's listen to the whole progression one more time. We're going to go back to the video, play it from the beginning, and I'll let you hear it because it sounds very different on the grand piano than it does on a keyboard because there's all these overtones. You've got 3 strings per note. It's just a very different sound. And as a jazz pianist, when you go play concerts and things like that, you're not going to be playing on a keyboard. You're going to be using a grand piano. And the sound is very different. Let's listen to it one more time from the beginning of the tune. Here comes our 6th diminished scale right here on that melody. Now here's where we started today's lesson. And then at the end there, I just made some kind of arpeggio moving down. A lot of people do arpeggios moving up, but it's not a great jazz sound. It's more of a cocktail piano sound. So when you get to the end, you know, something that moves down and anchors itself down at the bottom. So in other videos, we'll talk about things like that, but I hope you get the idea from this video. It's really about putting great chord progressions together, especially when you've got interesting melodies like You Don't Know What Love Is. All right, let me put a link to the sheet music that I've written out up here in the corner. It's the exact sheet music that we used for our lesson today. I'll put that link up here and you can go check that out. You heard me talk about the 6th diminished scale a bit in progressions that came before the one that we talked about today. I'm going to post a link to that video because it's a very important video to understand how to make block chords using the 6th diminished scale. I'll post a link to that video right here and you can go check that out next.